your welders, you have cutters, you have bakers, foundries, where they're melting metal. We know that's going to be a work environment that's going to be extremely hot. Those kind of conditions that we look at for the hot environments indoors are just as dangerous as those that are outdoors. And so we can start to look at the hierarchy of controls to create an environment where employees are not exposed to the hazard of heat.
The hierarchy of controls is a framework made up of 5 categories: elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and personal protective equipment, PPE, all ranked from most to least effective.
So the very first thing we want to look at is, can we eliminate the hazard? That's where we want to start. So when we eliminate the hazard, we now no longer have that employee exposed to a hazard. We've eliminated it. We've taken that out of the employee's control, and now it's gone. The employee doesn't even have to think about that hazard because it's been removed. Is there a way that we can substitute so that we're not putting them at that same exposure level? Where did we get that heat from? Can we get a piece of equipment that doesn't run as hot? We can add some type of engineering controls. For our hot work environment, that would include air conditioning. HVAC may have a huge factor in that environment. We really need to not just add a fan, because now we've taken whatever exposures we've had here and we've blown it over to another area. Can we use some type of a conveyor system where we're bringing that product through the line? Can we shelter the workers in a way that they don't have to be in that environment? But we can use engineering controls very easily indoors. When you take an employee and you have them work in that environment for just a few hours, and then you substitute with another employee, half their day is working in this area, and then the rest of their day is working into a less exposed area.
It is the employer's responsibility to educate employees and supervisors on the hazards of indoor heat and to monitor the conditions of the work environment. One administrative control which is critical in any high heat environment is providing hydration and encouraging employees to take the breaks they need to hydrate regularly.
You'll see in NIOSH information, CDC information, OSHA information, they're going to recommend that you're having 8 ounces of water every 20 minutes. That seems like a lot, but making sure that we administer water breaks, a water station, a rehydration station, that's going to help that employee. We have to do a lot of training, maybe a medication that will affect their exposures to heat, and they may be more susceptible. Maybe they've been dehydrated in their life, and now they're more susceptible to dehydration, and those kind of factors are really important. And then, of course, the last type of hierarchy of controls would be personal protective equipment. When we put an employee in PPE, what we're doing at that point is we're totally relying on that employee to wear, use, manage, maintain that personal protective equipment. And that burden also increases the likelihood of some of our hazards. That hierarchy of controls can be used to create an environment where employees are not exposed to the hazard of heat. How they work best is when we have that communication where the employees feel empowered to tell the employer what their concerns are and to get those concerns addressed. And the heat is not always an easy one, because we think we can get through it or work through it. We need to know our signs and symptoms, because if we're sharing those signs and symptoms with others, or we're watching our coworkers or our friends, we can help them identify before it gets to a point where we can't do anything and we can't recover from that overexposure to heat.